I think I'm out of free games I can give you guys. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're giving them quite a show. Oh, Lord. Ugh.
Yep, sorry guys. Everything else that I got, I need to keep for myself. Sorry.
Well, alright. You ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
We'll have some water and we will go into it again.
I can actually probably pick up another bundle and have some stuff to give out, but I want everything else in that bundle.
That's fair.
All right.
The moment he enters the house, the stale air, thick with mold and dust, fills Koji's nostrils. It is the unmistakable smell of a house that has long lain untouched. There is also a faint hint of something else in the air, something reminiscent of damp sewers and fetid cisterns.
Oh, God. The word choice.
Flipping the light switch does nothing. The power must be cut off. Koji uses his cigarette lighter to illuminate the immediate area. I doubt there's sex in here, so I'm not that worried.
Yeah.
In the thick dust covering the floor, he sees several brand new trails of footprints that could only have been made by shoes. Fuminori's. Koji decides to follow suit and dispense with courtesy. He enters with his shoes on. The light's flickering flame pushes back the deathly silence and gloom of the house. Koji's surprised to see evidence of life remaining. Everything from furniture to tableware and appliances. Nothing seems to be missing. The thickness of the dust suggests that the house has been empty for several months, which means that the owner must have left with little more than the clothes on his back. Could he have gone for a long vacation? Mobile Sam wants somebody to hold his hand.
I would love to.
The calendar in the den is still turned to April. Empty and silent, yet still exhibiting signs of life that was once lived there. That's a weird sentence. The house reminds Koji of a passenger ship entombed at the bottom of the sea. In the graveyard-like quiet, a sinister thought suddenly enters his mind. No one is living here, but that does not have to mean that the owner left. Maybe he was murdered, and his rotting corpse is right under Koji's feet.
Oh, fuck.
He finds himself wanting a stronger light. No shit. A flashlight in his hand would make him feel much better. And yet he goes on. Koji follows Fuminori's footsteps to the second floor, where he begins to catch the scent of paper in the stale air. It is the smell of old books, instantly recognizable to anyone who has worked in an antique store, bookstore, or library. The first room on the second floor turns out to be a study. Its towering shelves packed with such a vast number of books that Koji fears for the stability of the floor. As a medical student himself, he is able to discern at a glance that this study belongs to a medical professional, and a high-level one at that. Judging by the content of the books, a smorgasbord of technical volumes far beyond a simple student's understanding. The owner's interests lie more with medical research than with clinical practice. Fuminori must have spent most of his time here. The scattered dust suggests that he was searching for something, and the content of the desk drawers are in obvious disarray. A small pile of books stacked on the side table catches his eye. Being next to the desk, they must have been the most frequently read. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Their nature could shed some light on the character of the person who worked here. Koji frowns as he examines the 3 books. These aren't scientific texts like the rest, but old, leather-bound in Western tomes, like the sort that you would find in a rare bookstore.
Huh.
The titles are meaningless to him. Try de chiffre appears to concern semiotics, but ars magna et ultima, that's Latin. These could both be Latin. Some kind of treaty on divination? Okay. I took classical. I should be able to understand, if this is Latin-based, what this is supposed to mean.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a shot. The thing is, like, I'm looking over this. Ars magna, well, ultima is easy. That one I can at least understand. Yeah. Ars magna. Okay. All right. Let's see if I got any of that right.
It is French.
Ars magna et ultima?
No, the Trice de Chiffre.
Okay. That's French. What is it? And it could be an Ars Magna et Ultima is French as well. I could easily be French. Probably is French. I'm just saying, if it's Latin based, I should be able to figure it out.
Translate this page. Having it translated. The treatise on numbers and the secret ways of writing.
Secret writing? Okay.
So, like, ciphers and stuff.
Cool. What's Ars Magna et Ultima then?
By Raymond Lowley. It is a Cthulian book.
Is it now?
Yes. I bet it's this. By Raymond Lowell. The Art of Et Ultima.
Finding Truth?
Yeah. The Ultimate General Art, or the Great Art. Combining religious and philosophical attributes from a selected number of lists. It's believed that Lowell's interpretation of Ars Magnica came from observing Arab astrologers using a device called a ziraja. It was intended as a debating tool for winning Muslims to the Christian faith through logic and reason.
What the fuck?
Through his detailed analytical efforts, it was built an in-depth theosophic reference in which the reader could enter any argument or question.
So I can see how this would be related to divination.
The reader could use visual aids from a book of charts to combine various ideas, generating statements which come together to form an answer.
Okay.
It was very genuinely not well received for being too abstract or...
Cool.
Okay.
Let's continue.
Sorry.
It's okay. And then there's the... I know what the Voynich... Okay, this one I do know.
What is it?
Look this up. So actually you can see pictures of this. It's the Voynich manuscript. This I know because we still do not fully understand this shit.
Holy fuck. A handwritten codex with an unknown writing system.
We still don't know what it means. And look at some of the images. Just go to images.
15th imagery.
Just go to images, if you could.
Oh god.
Like go back to forget Wikipedia. Go back. This one I do know. We still don't know what it is, and the images are fucking weird.
Yeah, like
they are just like unearthly, and they,
tentacles and pregnancy.
They think it might be medical related, but it's hard to tell. Like there's vegetables, there's plants, there's obvious recipes, and there's also just like weird creatures in it. I think the Voynich manuscript is fascinating as fuck. I love it. It is some weird shit, and no one has been able to crack what the writing is, because the writing is very clear, it's easy to see, we should be able to figure out what it says. No one fucking knows.
Oh my god.
So he's got the Voynich manuscript in here too. Is he trying to and he's got a book on secret writing and philosophy. Is he trying to translate the Voynich manuscript?
Maybe.
Whatever they are, they clearly have nothing to do with medicine. We don't know that. Refuting Koji's earlier assessment that this guy was a doctor. He is. Looking down, Koji suddenly notices the glint of something black and metallic underneath the chair. A pocket-sized flashlight, quite out of place among these dusty books. Fuminori must have brought it with him. Excuse me. With relief, Koji exchanges his lighter for the flashlight. Its tiny body emits a powerful white beam that casts away the darkness. Are you ready for this shit? His courage restored, he decides to explore the rest of the house. Here we go.
Titty monster.
Koji notices something strange, something that was not visible in the light's weaker flame.
Oh god.
The slime! Oh, it's back!
Oh god.
Dark, oily stains are everywhere. The stains are especially thick around the doorknobs and stair banisters, like someone grasped them with hands wrapped in a greasy cloth. Looking closer, he sees places where the slime is splashed low onto the walls, almost as if a wet mop was run violently across the floor. He looks so distressed.
Yeah.
Could Ogai have made these marks? If so, how? Koji begins to feel sick as he imagines a man shambling through the house with slime dripping from his body. Finding the bedroom next to the study, Koji checks the closet on a hunch. What hunch? he discovers 2 empty suitcases. Not what one would leave behind when going on a long vacation. A sudden chill runs through him. Whoever was living here is still somewhere inside the house. Suppressing the urge to flee, Koji goes back downstairs to check the first floor. If he finds a corpse, he'll have to call the police right away. He might get away with trespassing if he reports it first, but if they find the body later, it'll be awfully hard to explain his fingerprints all over the house, as well as all the rest of the shit in this house.
Right?
The flashlight reveals the den to be covered with even more slime than the rest of the house. The sofa looks as though it was dredged from the bottom of a swamp. In the kitchen, Koji takes one look at the sink and decides not to get any closer. He doesn't want any more fuel for the imagination.
Oh, God.
He reaches to the door of the bathroom.
Oh, God.
A common scene from TV dramas flashes through his head. A body with slit wrists floating in a bathtub full of water.
No, I bet it's worse.
And wasn't there a movie where a hitman disposes of his victim in a bathtub filled with lye? There is! Koji braces himself for the worst and opens the door slowly, then shines his light into the ceramic bathtub, which appears from the darkness like a white ghost. Bones. So many bones. Bones black with dry flesh and blood. Koji puts one hand against the wall to steady himself as his legs threaten to buckle. Something is wrong, he realizes as he tries desperately to get his thoughts in order. Bones are too small. There are far too many of them. They aren't human. Cats. After taking several deep breaths to calm himself, Koji enters the bathroom and examines the tub. The bones are piled on top of each other like fallen leaves. They appear to be from small animals, perhaps cats or dogs. Even so, the quantity is mind-boggling. How many bodies would it take to produce this many bones? The bones have all been separated from one another, so it doesn't look like bodies were just thrown into the tub and left to rot. Each bone is covered with deep grooves, marks left by teeth biting through flesh. Koji's sanity won't let him consider the possibility that a human could have done this.
Oh, God.
The owner of the house must have kept some sort of carnivorous animal as a pet, giving it the bones of small animals to eat and disposing of the remains in the bathtub. Why not dispose of the leftovers properly? They could have just been thrown out with the garbage. Or was there something keeping him from leaving the house? The relief Koji felt when he realized that the bones weren't human is once again under attack. In the first place, what the hell was Fuminori doing here?
どうしたコーチ
Oh, fuck.
Oh
I
my
wasn't
God.
ready. I wasn't ready. Fuck. Okay. Like, not a full jump scare, but
Yeah.
the dread.
No.
The dread I
Oh,
feel.
God,
Okay.
yes. Oh, fuck.
Woo. I'm waiting for the chat to
What this
witness
is doing really well at doing is
Yeah.
mounting tension.
I'm waiting to see the chat's reaction to this bullshit.
Time to have some fun.
Koji whirls around, his light revealing Fuminori's expressionless face.
不法侵入だぞコーチ
お前だって同じだろうが
So are you. No, you. Koji replies, barely managing to speak over the pounding of his heart. Fuminori pushes past Koji and looks into the bathtub. He doesn't even flinch at the sight of the bones.
僕はこの家の人と知り合いなんだ頼まれて探し物をしに来ただけ
That's
さ
not a good explanation.
No.
知り合いっていつから
That's your question? Of all of the things you could ask, just like, where
When did you make a
meet them?
new friend?
Like, how...
Jesus.
Yeah. Koji doesn't want to believe that the old, friendly Fuminori could have had contact with the denizens of this house.
いずれお前にも紹介するよ僕の恩人とも言える人だから
I'll introduce you one of these days, he says, turning to leave, without even a glance at Koji. I owe her my life.
おい文則
Koji runs after Fuminori. His heart is finally beating normally again.
お前まさか近頃様子がおかしいのはその知り合いっていうやつのせいなんじゃ
Yes. Standing at the entrance, Fuminori glares coldly at Koji over his shoulder. The utter lack of emotion in his eyes gives Koji pause.
僕の後をつけてきたんだねコーチ
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Koji swallows. What can he say?
そういうのは迷惑だ二度とやらないでもらいたい
That's quite a warning.
Yeah. One could even say it's a threat.
Yeah. That's all? Fine. Fuminori walks away without another word, leaving Koji alone in the entrance. Up until this very moment, concern for his friend was still at the forefront of his mind. Now, however, that concern is swiftly giving way to a growing sense of dread. Does the Fuminori he no longer exist? Nah, bro, gone.
Yeah, he's
Was the
fucked.
person who just stared Koji down an imposter wearing Fuminori's skin? Koji has begun to believe that it might be so. Just in case for sex.
Votes out on that. Not just Flayed Man.
Okay. There might be sex in this scene, though.
Yeah.
What a nuisance. Why does he insist on interfering? He only spoke with me to exchange pleasantries, which I could bear. Even I could bear it. But now he's sticking his nose into my business just to satisfy his curiosity. Koji's a perfect example of someone who thinks that it's always good to take an interest in other people's affairs. He probably thinks that he's doing me a favor by prying into my personal life. He couldn't be more wrong. If he keeps this up, I might have to find some way to deal with him. Like Saya said, I have to keep my search for Dr. Ogai a secret. Koji could ruin everything. I didn't have time to fully investigate the Ogai residence today. At this rate, it will probably take several days just to go through the study. Saya didn't believe that I'd find anything to help with the search, but I think there's still a lot to explore. Who knows what I'll discover? The problem is Koji. He knows about the house now. Will he make things difficult? Excuse me, a hair-raising voice calls. I'm about to pass through my gate. Pressing a shutter, I put on a fake smile and turn to face the writhing mass of rotten flesh that is staring at me with bulging eyes. Yes, fuck off.
Is this the police?
Ah! Of course,
Oh.
my next-door neighbor Suzumi, a middle-aged painter, I think. He spends all day at home while his wife works. I haven't had much contact with him since the accident. Why is he suddenly talking to me now? What is this? Did you stop me just to deliver a lecture?
まあそうですね。苦労してます。でもまだ学生の身ですし。だ
The flesh beast undulates foully, as though it still has something to say. The sight of it is driving me close to the edge.
いえ、お構いなく。一人でもなんとかなりますから。
Now I get it. He's worried that the unsightliness of the house might diminish the image of his own. Damn snob. HOAs, man. They're a bitch.
Yep.
I flash a token smile, then retreat behind the safety of my gate. I can feel Suzumi's eyes boring into my back all the way to the front door. Why won't everyone stay out of my life? I just want to live together with Saya alone where no one will bother us. Okay, just checking. If there's sex, I can click it.
No?
Oh.
Weird.
Suzumi Yosuke sighs in annoyance as he watches the neighbor boy retreat into his house. What's with his attitude? Even while talking, he kept his eyes averted as if trying to avoid something repulsive. Has he always been such an unpleasant young man? No, of course not. When his parents were still alive, he'd been a normal youth, a little shy, but sensitive and caring. The unfamiliarity of living alone must be causing him undue stress. If this continues, he might start to develop some serious mental problems.
Start.
Or is it too late already? Yosuke wonders as he gazes wearily at Sakisaka's yard. Just in case sex. Wait, is that the nurse?
No. Nurse had
Okay.
green hair.
Okay, thank you. Even during dinner, Yosuke can't shake the neighbor's house from his mind.
どうしたのあなた難しそうな顔して
今日ね、隣の家の息子に会ったよ。
庭のこと一言言っておいた。
そうよね。せめてあの匂いだけはどうにかしてもらいたい
Also,
わよ
there's a
ね。
smell too.
Yeah. The stink coming from Sakisaka's house grows worse each day, and the Suzumi family is at its wits' end.
あの草むらの中に死んだ猫でもいるんじゃないかしら。
まさかとは思うが、生ゴミをそのまま庭に捨てているんじゃあるまいな。
そんな、いくらなんでもそこまで。
いや、今の様子だとやりかねん。一日中ずっと雨戸を閉め切って何をやってるのかもわからない。どういう暮らしをしてるのやら。
お兄ちゃん、頭おかしくなっちゃったのかな。
Oh,
これヒロミ、
Well, I
そう
mean,
いう
she's
言い方はダメよ。
right, yeah.
いや、あれは本当にちょっとどうすぎてる。
So who of this family
ひ
is
ょっ
going
と
to
したら
die first?
変質狂かなんかかもしれんな。
At the
大
same
丈夫な
time.
のそれ。
Okay.
Saya's gonna come and just murder them all.
I guess,
早
yeah.
く自覚して医者にでも行ってもらわんことには。
Just in case.
That is the bedroom.
Just in my panties, too.
Ooh.
I
what?
know, sexy.
But why?
They were uncomfortable. I sat down on them weird, and they were like rubbing an horrible spot on my inseam.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because they're wet from this game. Ugh, fuck no. This is not my fetish. The seconds crawl by, each tick of the clock compounding my agony. Just waiting, just in case. When I returned from the Ogai residence, I was greeted by a silent, empty home.
What?
Saya had vanished without leaving any clue to her whereabouts. Saya, where are you? It isn't rare for her to go on walks at night. I've often gone with her. However, such outings always take place in the middle of the night, when no one's around, and never last for more than 2 hours. Right now, it's 5 in the morning. She's gone to go get food. Soon the sky will begin to show the first light of dawn. Even if she left right before I returned, she's still gone for almost half a day. I can't sleep. I can only wait in anguish. I tried to distract myself by painting more rooms, but I couldn't concentrate on the work. If I had known this would happen, I would have left the Ogai house sooner. I wish I hadn't wasted time on Koji. If Saya doesn't return... The thought makes me want to tear my hair out. After its long absence, the terror of true loneliness is too much to bear. At last, the cowbell chimes, and Saya's long-awaited "I'm home" rings out from the bottom of the stairs. As I jump out of my bed in relief, all of the stress that has built up over the night is released in a wave that threatens to sweep me off my feet.
疲れた。
Ah, so tired,
やっぱり往復すると遠いな。
Saya sighs as she climbs the stairs. I knew the trip would be hard.
さや、一体どこに？
My question trails off, as I notice the thick bundles of paper that she's carrying under her arms.
それは
Food!
文則のカルテとか、
Your medical
手
charts?
術の記
What
録。
the fuck?
今日は古巣の
Oh,
病
she
院に行って
erased
きた
his
の。
existence.
That's not good. Saya drops her bundles on the floor, sending paper flying everywhere, then pulls her favorite cushion over and collapses onto it, stretching luxuriously.
こんな夜中に T 台から歩いて戻ってきたのか。
She's scary, dude. You just not realizing this?
ごめんね。本当はもっと早く帰れると思ってたんだけど、調べ出したらキ
she
リがなく
says,
て。
skillfully gathering the scattered papers together. I meant to come back sooner, but there were so many files to go through.
結局、全部持ち出してきちゃった。ああ、重かった。
Maybe it's just the exhaustion, but I'm not understanding a word Saya is saying.
だからそんなもの持ってきてどうするつもりなんだ。
どうするって、もちろん調べるのよ。
What do you mean?
うちで時間
I'm
かけ
gonna
て
study
じ
it,
っ
of
くり。
course. She replies, holding one MRI photograph after another up to the light. I'll have plenty of time to go over it here.
あ
At first, I think she's just playing around,
ら、
but the
何やってんだか。
occasional mutters of,
こ
better
れは
check
要
that
チェ
one
ッ
in.
クかな。
Oh, I see. Well, that was silly of them. And the like as she separates photos into growing piles beside her makes me think that this might not be a joke after all.
君わかるのか、こういうの。
パパにいろいろと教わったから。
I learned a lot from Dad. She flashes me a grin, then returns the papers. So that's how it is.
これじゃいつまで経っても直せないよね。
Ooh.
治せないのか。
Ooh.
Don't believe her.
人間のお医者さんじゃね。
Ooh.
I can't tell if she's being serious. I'm pretty sure she's being serious.
Yeah.
私でもまだちょっと難しいかな。
Ooh.
いろいろと試してからでないと。
Even for me, it'll probably be tough, she says offhandedly, even as her hands continue to shuffle papers. I'll have to experiment at first. Watching more closely, I realize that her eyes are scanning each page rapidly. So rapidly, in fact, I was unable to notice at first. Is it possible that Saya, a young girl, is actually reading my charts?
なあさや。
Yeah, she answers coolly, looking up from her charts.
今日はもう疲れたし。
Up.
Up, up, up.
I'm just gonna. You want me to just
Yeah,
preempt it?
just preemptively.
Just preempt it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
it'll,
guys.
It'll make it less editing for me.
海のりがそうしたい
Sure,
の
Saya
そう
cries
す
with a
る
grin. If that's what you want. Saya tosses aside the paper she was sorting, then leaps onto me and begins to tear off my clothes. High five for preempting that shit. There you go.
All right.
All right,
I'm
guys,
ready.
you know what it means. It's time for Priest to read the sex scenes.
おい。
Hey,
ねえ
come on. Just once before bed, okay? Contrary to her appearance, Saya's appetite for sex would put any adult to shame. You could even say it's a little unnatural. She's not just passionate, she also has unlimited stamina, making me wonder where her slender body gets all the energy from, never satisfied with letting me feast on her to my heart's content. She always uses me to pleasure herself until I'm forced to tap out.
Ugh.
さや。
Hey
もう
Saya,
毎日続
don't
けて
you
じゃ
think it's unhealthy to be doing this every day?
No! Sex every day is great. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh?
海の
Are
り
you sick,
ど
Fuminori?
こか具合が
いや、
No, not me. My body's all grown up. But you're
ちゃんと大人の
still...
体になってるし。
平気だよ
Don't worry.
She's not really a lowly dude.
She laughs playfully as she pushes me onto the bed, the familiar sweet sensation of her weight and skin rendering me helpless.
平気なわけない
But
だ
I
ろ。
am worried. We haven't used any contraception.
Pretty sure she doesn't menstruate.
To my astonishment, Saya is completely uninterested in safe sex. She also doesn't just eschew protection. She even insists that I ejaculate inside of her. Surely she must know the risks, which can only mean that she wants to get pregnant.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
海のりはさ
Fuminori, she whispers, staring straight into my eyes.
いや
You don't want me to have your children?
No, no, no Satan spawn!
How can I respond to that?
No!
いやも何も。
It's not that.
さや
Your
みたい
body
に
is too
小さい
small.
体じゃ無理だって。
Pregnancy is a serious burden, you
母
know?
体の負担ってのは
God, I
大
need
変なん
a
だぞ。
drink.
Are you okay? I
Yeah.
actually have chilled sparkling wine.
No, like I need hard liquor for this shit.
We have scotch.
I should not hurt my stomach.
Okay. We have vodka.
海のりが心配
That's
して
not
る
really
ことって
something you have to
割と
worry
的外れかも
Oh my
about.
god, dude.
Saya seems unsure how to reply, but not because she doesn't understand what I said. Rather, the bemused look on her face makes it seem as though I'm the one not getting it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're about to get it.
でもそれって
But I know
海の
you're
りが
just
さやの
thinking
こと
of
を
me,
大事に
she
思って
says
くれて
suddenly,
るからなんだよね
her smile glowing with innocence.
それはそれで
I'm
嬉しい
so happy. By the time I break the spell of her angelic smile, Saya has undone my belt and is removing my pants. Come on, Saya.
だからさや。
大丈夫
Relax.
じゃあ今夜
She says teasingly as she bears on my crotch.
Bears my crotch, as in makes it bare.
Bears my crotch.
Not bears on your crotch. Sorry. The idea of like, she puts bears on my crotch. Rawr.